Hi Ryan, I'm just doing a quick follow-up video with the question that you just called about. So you want to know how your significant other or your past significant other feels about the current situation. So let's see here what comes out. How does she feel? What is the purpose behind her interaction with Ryan, and how does she feel about him? So we had a couple fly out right off the bat. I'm just going to see if anything else comes out. All right, let's go with this. Okay. So we have the 10 of thought here. So what we can learn about this is that the situation, like we had talked about, has been really troubling because it came to an end, and she doesn't feel relieved about having this challenge come to an end. She's not really ready to move on, and she's really unable to kind of let this challenge go at this time. Although you might feel free, it actually says that this person has like addiction and codependency issues. So I'm feeling like, from what I already know, which is kind of like unfair, that she has like this codependency on you, and she's not really ready to let it go. Like it's troubling her that it came to an end, and she's feeling like this real heaviness about it. So we have that 10 of thought over here. Another card about new beginnings. So this is essentially affirmation from them saying that she really can't move on, but you're having this new beginning of this wonderful journey, and that you really need not to have any fear, because like we talked about, you have all these spirit guides and angels that walk beside you every step of the way. And you really have these unique gifts to offer the world. And if you want this new beginning, you really, really need to set yourself free from what holds you back, because when you do this, these new opportunities, you're going to be able to see clearly, like we talked about. And so these new opportunities are going to present themselves, and it's time for you to move forward with that. So again, you're at this time of a new beginning, and you need to free yourself of this. So this is your black and white confirmation that you just asked for, that this needs to come to an end, and that you need to free yourself from this, at least for now. It doesn't mean that you free yourself from it forever, but right now it's really limiting you and holding you back, and you need to free yourself from this. Okay, let's see. Anything else want to come through? That is like really too many. I'm not going to read all those. That's like 10 cards. What else? Just not really being cooperative with this deck, and it's just giving me a lot that we don't really need. That's just... So let's see over here. How is she feeling about Ryan? So we know she can't let you go, or she doesn't want to let you go, and it's really cumbersome and burdensome because she's really codependent on you, and she kind of sees you like as this hierophant here, like she sees you as this this leader, and she looks to you to kind of lead her, and you know, like when you are like, I feel like leader's probably not the right descriptor, but she looks at you to kind of like take care of her. So lead in that type of way. Like she looks at you for like direction and comfort, and is really codependent on you. We saw that over here in this 10 of thought. So she looks at you to kind of enable her to be, you know, not rise to the occasion like we talked about earlier. What else? Let's see here. So we have the Knight of Wands that appeared in reverse, and what we can look, or what we can understand about the Knight of Wands in reverse, is that she's just really not ready to move on. Like she's not ready to move ahead. Like she's just, like we talked about, she's really spiritually stunted. She's stunted in the sense that she was really codependent before, and she just doesn't know how to like get her act together and move forward. And so she's unable to move forward right now. She's unable to kind of realize that it's time for her to move on. So she's kind of just like choosing to stay stuck. Sorry. Peppa? How else is she feeling? Okay. So again, she really has the ability to move on. The Seven of Pentacles is here. Again, it's in reverse. So we talked about earlier how cards in the reverse orientation just have the opposite meaning of the upright, of its upright counterpart. So you can see the guy in this card is really working hard to master his craft. He's really working hard to etch those pentacles and to enhance his skills and to, gather the things that he needs, or the skills and character attributes that he needs to move ahead. But because it is upright, and because of this Knight of Wands right here, she is not willing to do the work for her own personal growth. Instead, she just stays stuck because she wants to rely on this leader, this Hierophant over here, so that she doesn't have to do these things to move forward. So I think you're an enabler, Ryan. I'm sorry. What else wants to come out? So again, we have the Four of Swords right here. So what we can learn from the Four of Swords is that she just has like these really unstable patterns of thinking, and that her way of being is kind of incongruent with your way of being. And because they don't align, it causes a lot of challenges and unstable communication and just not being on the same page. So that was really impacting your relationship. And again, it's really like out of alignment with your new beginning and setting yourself free for this wonderful new journey. Because if you keep going back to these old patterns of behavior and enabling this person, you're going to be stuck again and unable to move forward with the other things that you need to do, because you're constantly going to be investing your energy into this like relationship that just isn't working. So here we have the Seven of Swords. And so this card is the card of deception or trickery. And so what we can learn here is that she might be telling you all these things that you want to hear. And it's not that she's being deceptive. It just means that what she is saying isn't necessarily in alignment with the highest truth. So I feel like she's probably telling you things that you want to hear, or things that resonate with you, to try to, bring back that enabling energy that you had before when, she was kind of codependent on you. Let's see what else. What else is going to come out? What else can you tell Ryan about this girl? But I think it's pretty black and white with this new beginning card over here. That you do have all of these new opportunities waiting for you, and that you do have all of these gifts to work, to share with the world. But it says, like, you need to set yourself free from those things that hold you back. And this relationship right now at this present time is holding you back from moving forward. And I think you already know that. So anything else want to come out for Ryan with regard to his question? And I don't mean deception like she's this bad, sneaky, horrible person. I just mean, and Spirit's really emphasizing that it's like ulterior motives. Like, so of course she loves you and she cares about you, but the way that she is presenting this to you is like deceptive. It's like telling you what you want to hear, because she thinks that if she does that, like, you'll take her back into your life and she can just go back to being codependent and not doing her own work. But you're really doing your work. So remember I told you that you needed to she needed to meet you in the middle. Like, it would totally be workable if she was willing to meet you in the middle, but she's not. So you need to kind of like move on until she's really ready to meet you in the middle, and by doing like the work. Like, you need to see that she's actually doing the work and actually has like this period of growth before you let her back in. And then you need to have like really healthy boundaries, or you're going to go back and enable her again. So this card has come out a lot for you. It's the High Priestess. And so again, like, this is just affirming that you're on like this spiritual journey. And I told you before that everybody's spiritual journey is unique to them. And so if you're like a Bible thumper and you want to, quote Bible scripture, and that really resonates with you, that's fine. If you want to worship Allah and pray to him 5 times a day, that's up to you. If that really resonates and that's meaningful to someone spiritually, then that's what you do. If you want to talk to angels, or you want to dabble in divination, like with a Ouija board, or, like a pendulum, or read the tarot, and that's how you connect, then that's what you do. So this is just really reflective that whatever spiritual journey you're on right now, you need to stick to it. And it's really going to help you with your evolution and reaching your highest potential and connecting with your higher self. And she's just not, we talked about this, she's just not vibrating at the same capacity as you are right now. And you're just out of alignment. And until she's ready to kind of, evolve and grow in a way that's congruent with you, you're going to continue to enable her. And it's just not going to be an effective relationship. So we have the Tower card here too. This is essentially just saying that there was this tower moment, there was this deterioration in the relationship, but that this relationship really needed to crumble because things that are built on a faulty foundation, they're not strong. They don't withstand time. And so this relationship was not built on a solid foundation. It was not built to withstand through trials and tribulation and time. And because your journeys are a little bit different right now, this tower crumbled. And that's just speaking to that this relationship really needed to come to an end so that you can use your unique gifts that you have to offer to the world and to free yourself from this situation or this relationship that is not really serving you right now. Anything else want to come through about her feelings or this relationship, or giving Ryan a black and white answer? Let's see. So the Ace of Pentacles came out. So again, the universe or spirit, they're really trying to give you a new opportunity. And you can see the coin right here. So pentacles are related to the physical reality. They're all about manifesting things into the physical. And we talked about that before, as above, so below. So whatever you dream in your mind, you can manifest those visions in the physical reality when, you're able to kind of see clearly, and you're able to focus on those goals and dreams and take steps toward actively achieving them. And we talked about how those steps might look differently. It might not actually be like a step that you acknowledge as a step, but even like watching a YouTube video that's related to something that is, your goal or desire, or I don't know, connecting with a community partner. Those are all steps. So the universe is really, trying to help you to manifest your dream and desire in the physical. And that's what this card is about. So again, we're talking about how this applies to the purpose of the deterioration of the relationship. Well, it had to break down. There had to be that tower moment so that you can see clearly and you can use your unique gifts and you can set yourself free from what was holding you back, so that you can kind of have those opportunities and be able to see those opportunities like this one here in the Ace of Pentacles and bring them to fruition. Does anything else want to come out? Let's see. Okay. So we have the Eight of Swords here, and what we can learn from this is related to her and that situation that's been troubling her, or the situation that's been really heavy on her, and that, she can't move on. Well, she can't move on because she can't see clearly, and she can't see clearly because she's not willing to acknowledge that there are some areas of growth that she needs to kind of work on. And until she does that, she is going to be blindfolded like the person in this card, and she's just going to be like this really heavy energy. And because your energy and you vibrate at like a higher frequency than her, when you go around her, it's going to be really heavy and hard for you because it's like a lower vibration than you are. And it's going to be really, really, really hard for you to connect. Let's see, anything else? But again, I want to emphasize that this could just be temporary. We don't know how long, this energy is going to last for, or if she has the capacity to do the work and change in the future. It's definitely an option, but for the time being, and until you really manifest this gold over here and bring it to fruition, you need to back burner this because it's just going to hold you back. And that's your black and white answer that you wanted. So we have the Page of Cups here. So the Page of Cups. So Knights, we talked about, are this more mature energy. Knights are, well, we'll start with the Page. So the Page is more of like a youthful, childish energy. And medieval times, pages were those kind of knights in training who stayed back in the castle to master their skills of battle, or their skills of, whatever their goal or mission was. But typically battle with a knight. And so this Page of Cups right here is telling me that she is really stunted, like in her emotional development. And so she can be really immature with her interactions, and it really aligns with some of the other energy that we're seeing about kind of being deceptive and codependent and not willing to do the work. Well, she really can't do those things because she is not ready emotionally. She doesn't have that knight energy where she's ready to kind of work on those things. So until she's ready to do that, she's going to be muddled up, and it's going to just, it's going to be really hard for you because you guys are not going to be like at the same level. And again, we talked about like the same level doesn't mean that you're better than her. It just essentially means that your way of being and your way of thinking and your way of acting is not in alignment with hers. Like she's just, her eyes are not open. She's not awakened. She's kind of like a sheeple type of person, so to speak. Anything else want to come through? But like I said, it's really clear like how she feels about you. Like there is that level of deception. She's unable to move on because she wants what she had before, where you were like enabling her, and she could be codependent, and she could just be like stuck in her way and not do the work. But like with time, people change and people do awaken. So there might be an opportunity for this in the future, but you really need to let it go for now. And you need to focus on this new beginning and this Ace of Pentacles that the universe is trying to give to you. They really want you to take it, and they really want you to charge ahead with that, because when you do, you're going to live the life that you truly want to. All right. Any areas of divine direction you want to give Ryan? So we have passion. So again, this relationship, this tower moment, this crumbling of this relationship had to occur so that you can work on your passion, and your passion is your dream and your desire that you're really trying to manifest. And, this relationship with this girl was not allowing you to do that. Then we have flow. So this talks about having more flexibility in your life. This came up in the last reading. So your relationship with her and having to focus on, pleasing her all the time and making sure that she was happy and meeting her needs, and having those different levels of energy, like, or the different ways in which you energetically vibrate, was really causing things to be out of balance, and you couldn't have flow in your life to work on your passion. And so again, having this tower moment and this not being, at the forefront of your thoughts all the time and being in your head about this relationship is really giving you the opportunity to grow and to go with the flow to manifest this desire. Anything else want to come through? So again, protection. This is just talking about your spirit guides. We talked about how you have a lot of spirit guides around you. We talked about how there's one really prevalent one who's really connected to you. But it's just spirit affirming that you're not alone and that you're looked after, and that, you know, when you think about, you know, your departed loved ones that have crossed over, that they're really with you and they're really, you know, supporting you along your journey. Anything else? I am going to close it out, so I'm just seeing if there's any other energies that want to come out that apply to this reading. Anything else? I don't think they're going to give us anything else. Oh, maybe not. Okay, signs. So this goes along with protection and what I just talked about. Your past loved ones are never far from you, and notice the signs they send you. So again, maybe the dragonflies, maybe the numbers. I think dragonfly was the one that came out for you, but I've done a couple of readings in the last couple days, so I can't remember if the dragonfly was the one that came out for you. But just look for the signs and symbols. Actually, you don't even really need to look for them. You just need to be cognizant of them. And when you start to notice like patterns, know that it's like a little wink from spirit, you know, that your loved ones are near. Anything else? All right, that's all they're going to give us. And just do something really positive, because I feel like this was like a little bit of a heavy reading. I mean, I know that you guys are broken up and you kind of know like how to move forward, but I want to end it on a positive note. So let's pull an affirmation card and see what type of positive, inspiring message we can close this reading out with. So what positive message do you have for Ryan? It says, today I'm happy. Today, happiness and love will fill my heart and soul all day. So you know what? You have a lot to be happy about. You have a lot to be positive about. You have a lot to look forward to. You're really on the cusp of something truly magnificent and wonderful. And now that this, you know, heaviness and stagnation can kind of come to an end, you know, you're at that new beginning, and you don't need to have any fear, because you have everything that you need, and you have really set yourself free by, you know, letting go of this situation and having the clarity to see all of the new opportunities that are on the horizon for you. So just believe in yourself, and know that you're divinely protected, and that right now this relationship is not, you know, serving your highest good very well, but maybe in the future, you know, things might change. Anyway, have a good rest of your day.